From the discussions we've had at this conference, and the discussions not just from this year but from previous years, it's quite obvious that with the proliferation of broadband networks and applications, that the capacity is the big issue. Delivering higher data rates, not just in the access but in the long haul. And that really is the major challenge for the long haul. Higher data rates, but how do you achieve those higher data rates without compromising on your network design you've got now? How can I keep the same reaches, the same amplifier spacings without compromising and go to those higher data rates? In broadband networks it's slightly different. There's a real need to get broadband coverage for all. Governments are really pushing that. At the same time, you need to be able to cope with system evolution. The systems are constantly being upgraded, and also you need to make sure that you can cope with future technologies or future architectures like central office consolidation. Those for me are the key challenges that can split into long haul and broadband. Well, you really have to look at what the challenges are, and in a nutshell for the long haul, the challenge is getting higher OSNR. So when you go from 10G to 100G, the basic rule of thumb is that you need 10 dB extra higher OSNR. You can achieve that with system advances, and you've seen in conferences today and previous conferences a lot of discussion about advanced modulation formats, coherent systems, DSP, and they all can give you extra OSNR. But what we're talking about today is the fact that actually you can get a significant assistance from the fiber as well, just by bringing out new fiber innovations. So addressing the OSNR from the fiber innovation process is possible. And here we have two tools, which is effective area and also lowering the attenuation. In the broadband network, it's slightly different. Here, what matters, in the outside plants, it's similar. The OSNR, lowering the attenuation so you can go further and reach out to more customers. But indoor, the real challenge there is a different kind of loss. It's actually macro bend loss. And this is because when the fiber goes indoor, it gets bent quite significantly because of the way it's installed and because of the need. It's installed in a smaller space, basically. And here we have to address it from a macro bend loss perspective. Well, I think what you will see, fiber innovation can have benefits in broadband networks and also in long haul. And what you will see from Corning's portfolio is in the long haul and the outside plant, we are working really, really hard to lower the attenuation of our fibers so that we can improve the OSNR. And where we can increase the effective area, such as we can do in the submarine networks, which are, there's less requirement to be standards compliant there, we are increasing the effective area too, such that we are, for our single mode products, we can give you an extra 2.5 dB in OSNR gain over 100 kilometer span with a product called SMF28 ULL, which has been, it's been installed already several places, been around for 3 years. And in the submarine products with higher effective area plus the ultra low attenuation, we've got a developmental product now which can give you upwards of 5.9 dB of OSNR gain over 100 kilometer span. So if you think of that in the context of the 10 dB we're trying to get, we're really, really providing a huge proportion of that. So if we get a synergy between fiber innovation and systems innovation in the long haul, I believe that we can go much further than 100 gig, and that is really the goal for all. In broadband, like I said before, indoor is the real challenge. And here we're focusing on reducing the macro bend loss of fibers. And we brought out a new portfolio called the ClearCurve portfolio. And here we have a range of products with bend improved, bend tolerant, and basically the Formula One, the Rolls-Royces, the ClearCurve ZBL, which is the truly bend insensitive fiber. And this fiber, you'll find basically you can bend that fiber and you will get no additional loss from it. So it really means that you can install optical fiber in your house with no concerns about power budget challenges due to the bends. And it really opens up a new window for us in terms of what we can do with fiber in the building. Simple insurance policy. You install it now, you don't have to worry about it, and in the future, while it's in there for 20 years, you still have no problems with bend. So I believe fiber can really, really help, and that has been the focus of Corning for many years now. Reduce the attenuation, driving loss out of the outside plant, so that gives you higher data rates in the backbone, but also it gives you extra coverage, system evolution, central office consolidation, in the access network, and then driving out macro bend loss for advanced indoor cabling for fiber to the home. Well, obviously it's a lovely location. Sun is shining, but I mean, such is the quality of the presentations and also the quality of the attendees that there's not many people outside. They're all inside here, you know, networking and discussing and working together to see how we can deliver the networks of the future. Definitely, I think it's a good show from that perspective. You know, it's very focused on optical networking, and as a result, people that you need to talk to with regard to optical networking are always here.